What up, viewers? What up? What up? Today is Friday, September 13th. Ooh, Friday the 13th. And that means it's time for a quick recap of the week in video game news. Starting off very strong this week, Borderlands 3 has launched. I've already streamed about 3 to 4 hours of it, and I'm enjoying it thoroughly. The moment the game loads in and you after character select, you can just feel how much time and effort was put into the game. You can run, and like all of these things kind of seem like easy fixes, but it just goes so far to see mantling and jumping or not jumping and action sliding. Like, it really feels like a modern shooter for a game that the previous iteration was 7 years ago. So I'm enjoying the crap out of Borderlands 3. People have asked me about my most anticipated game of the year, and this one is it. It's currently at an 85 Metacritic, which is really good. So hopefully all the Borderlands 3 fans come out and are going to be playing it. In the first 10 minutes, you just realize how much time and effort went into the game. It just feels so good. Just like the running. And then you get a gun, and then like it talks about the different gun modes. Like, the guns have weight now. They're still all wacky and zany guns that do a bunch of crazy crap. But the guns just feel so much better. The shooting feels better and tighter. More of what we've grown accustomed to in the modern looter shooter FPS genre. The game just feels awesome. I won't go as far as to say it's like Destiny level of awesome gunplay, but it's pretty damn close, in my humble opinion. The characters seem freaking super diverse. You can kind of see echoes of previous iterations, previous characters. I am playing as Flak, and I'm loving the crap out of it. There's plenty of character guides that have popped up all over the internet this week, so feel free to search for one of those. The game's awesome. I can't wait to play more, see what the storyline's all about. I love everything about it. I've always loved the Borderlands, the zaniness of it. Just a huge fan. So I'm glad it's here. I'm going to be playing it all the rest of the month, like crazy, until I get every character to level 50. Maybe not that crazy, but I'm going to be playing it a lot. So that's what I'll be playing. But besides Borderlands 3, other things happened in video game news this week, as much as I want to continue to talk about Borderlands 3 and how awesome it is. Moving right along, Remnant from the Ashes, a game I was playing yesterday before Borderlands 3 launched. Remnant from the Ashes had its first DLC drop yesterday. It has, what did they call it? Adventure mode? So it has adventure mode, and that allows you to reroll, rather than rerolling the whole... Well, let's take a step back. So when you're playing Remnant, you play through multiple worlds, and that's called like your world save. And after you completed like the entire arc, you can re-roll the whole world to get all the randomized stuff, or to get new rolls and randomized stuff, randomized events in the game, randomized bosses in the game. You can re-roll to see if you can get different ones. Adventure mode allows you to reroll a specific world. So if you feel like you got everything out of a specific world, then you could reroll a different step in the process. You can reroll a different world. Most of the stuff I'm looking for right now in my game playthrough is on Earth, so I can just reroll my whole world. But if I wanted to continue a run, then I could just reroll a specific world. Anyway. And then next week they're launching a new dungeon. A new randomized dungeon will show up on Earth if you want to reroll to try and get that. It'll hopefully give you a little bit more backstory. The backstory is the part I know the least about the game, but I'm just glad to see that Remnant is being supported by some pretty cool DLC so far. Moving right along, the UK has weighed in on loot boxes. I don't know if it's a final thing, but Parliament is talking about regulating loot boxes like they do gambling, which is kind of the same kind of argument that was approached here in the US. They haven't gone as far as a couple other countries. I think Belgium has outlawed them completely. China makes makes publishers have loot box odds labeled. So this loot box story isn't going away. I've talked about it in the past, so I just wanted to bring that up again. Moving right along, Cuphead, the great hard game from last year. I think it got a game award last year. Yeah, I think it got nominated and won multiple game awards last year. Cuphead, the soundtrack of it is now hitting the Billboard charts. Like, it's like the #1 jazz album on the Billboard charts, which is awesome. Just more incentive for me to buy another video game soundtrack. I've got a couple on my phone right now, and I'm a huge fan of jazz. So you wouldn't notice about my fedoras and my vest wearing, but I am a millennial, a hipster that likes smooth jazz. You wouldn't know that about me, but now you do. Besides my smooth jazz love, Control, the other game that came out at the end of August last month, Control from Remedy has shown its DLC plan. It's supporting the game for the next year to come. Most importantly, at the end, they had a teaser for the Alan Wake experience. It was like a teaser that said AWE. I think they confirmed within the writing that it was an Alan Wake expansion for Control. So I'm glad to see that all their games are kind of coming together. Maybe they're all in the same universe. I don't know if that's been confirmed or not. But anywhere I can get Alan Wake. Also, coworkers have been telling me I need to play Control really bad. So if Borderlands 3 wasn't here, I'd probably be playing that. Or a different game that I'll talk about in a few minutes. But yeah, Control has announced its DLC plan, and there might be some Alan Wake content in the future. Gwent, the hit card game in the world of Rivia. That's not where it is. That's where Geralt's from. Anyway, the Gwent, the card game from the Witcher video game series, is coming to mobile. I know they released a standalone a year or two ago, and now it's coming to mobile, so I might actually play it now. But there was an expansion last year that was actually really cool. It was really well received. So hopefully I can be playing Gwent on my phone sometime soon. The other game I was going to talk about playing, Plague Tale, is having a free weekend. There was a trailer this week talking about how they're having a free weekend this week. I really want to play Plague Tale as well, and they're having a free weekend. Too bad it coincides with Borderlands 3 release, but I do want to get my hands on Plague Tale as well. And then one of the weirder things that happened this week, Doom, the game series, is doing a cross promotion where it is selling vodka made from bones. Apparently you can distill bone marrow down into a grain / vodka to make vodka, I guess. I'm a huge consumer. I'm a fan of Doom and a fan of vodka. You're learning a lot about me this week. Yes, I'm a huge fan of vodka. I'm a huge fan of Doom. I have I'm a fan of Bethesda cross promotions. I have 2 Nuka-Cola dark rums in my kitchen. So I really like alcohol and video games. So wow, you're learning a lot about me this week, I'll tell you that. But I don't know what the price is. I bet it's not going to be cheap because these cross promotions typically aren't. But it's one of the weirder things I saw this week. Not as weird as the toaster. What, Razer made a toaster? Anyway, yeah, so if you are a fan of Doom and vodka, then or bone vodkas, then you can get yourself some Doom vodka, linked down in the description below. There was a review for 2 Twitch accessories. These are the I don't know what you exactly call the accessories. It's the pads that go on the back so you can hold your Switch a little bit better. It was kind of a review for these accessories that cost $20 to $40. They give you kind of the grips, the I don't even know what the Joy-Cons slip into the plastic controller, and then you can use the Joy-Cons as a controller. It gives you kind of those grips on the back of your whole Switch. And so there was a review for both of those. I don't remember what the companies were that were being reviewed, but I do like to accessorize my Switch, and so let me know if you are looking for something like that. I personally don't have any problem like just holding the Switch regular, but I have tiny hands, so kind of like our president. And so I don't have a problem holding it, but I could assume that, you know, if someone's hands were bigger, then it might be uncomfortable, or maybe they just sit with it weird and the grips give them a little bit more flexibility. But anyway, let me know if you like either of those two accessories down below in the comments. Last but certainly not least, Newegg is having a PS Plus deal. I believe Newegg has a promo code that you can get PS Plus for $43, which is pretty good. I think my PlayStation Plus like renews every year, and it's normally $60, and so now it will be $43 if you get it through Newegg. And I'm probably going to pick that one up. I don't usually pick up a lot of the deals that I talk about, but sometimes I do. But I like you guys to know which deals are out there so that you can get some pretty cool swag for cheaper. But yeah, I might actually pick this up. I think my PlayStation Plus is renewing sometime soon, so yeah, I might plug in that code. Link to the description to where you can find that. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy this content. If you do, follow, like, and subscribe to me on YouTube and Twitch so you can get more great content like this. Thanks again. Hope you have a super day. Hope you have a super weekend. And hope you have a super day. Bye.